Hello and good evening. My name is Alozie Favor, and on this video today we'll be looking at another part or another version of if command. Now, on today's lesson, we have a question before us which we'll be looking at. Now, very quickly, we'll go into this. Now, if you've watched the first video on if command, then you would have had basic or more knowledge of what the if command or the if function is talking about. Now, this is another question or another perspective of how we can use the if function. These details here provides an information on products that were sold, and in this case we want to get the full value of the products that were sold above the price of 950. Now what will we have here? So we have the products that were sold arranged in their serial number. The product name is cement, as you can see, and then at different locations. Now the price for this cement, although at these different locations it remained constant at 1300, but then they were sold at different quantity, which is what we have here, the number of goods that were sold. Now when we have the total sales, it's just a simple arithmetic of, say, multiplying the value in cell address D4 and the value in cell address E4 to get the value in cell address F4. That is 1300 multiplied by 120 to give us 156,000. That is just a simple calculation we did. And now we want to know the sales above 190,000. Now the business or the company that has this information says and assumes that every sale that is above 190,000, for them it means it's a profit. Now they have a sale in numbers from 1 to 8, and they want to know out of all of this how many of these are profits and how many are losses. So we'll use the if command to get that information. Now the first thing we will do is to come to the first cell where we want our calculation to be, and then what we'll do is to come and bring out our if command, type in if. When it pops up, click on that, and then you just input your information the way you want Excel to take it. So in this case now I'll say, great, we have our value of total sales, and like I said before, this business take any sales that is above 190,000 to be profits. Now this means I'll say if the value in total sales, I'm starting with the first value, that is if the value in cell address F4, so I'll say if the value in cell address F4 is greater or equal to 190,000. Now what I'll do is to say that they've made a profit, and then I'll close this back, and then I'll come back and say, but what if the value there is less than 190,000? What would happen? Bring in a comma, bring in this, and then say that they'll make a loss. This is just a simple task. Now let me explain this again. The formula you have here tells us that if the value in F4, cell address F4, which is 156,000, is greater than or equal to 190,000, what would happen is that there will be a profit. But if it is less than 190,000, then there will be a loss. So that is what we are doing. Right now, when you are done, you click on your enter key or your tab key, and then you have your answer. So in this case now we have a loss. Why do we have a loss? This is because the value we have in our F4, cell address F4, which is 156,000, is not up to 190,000, which is this value here. So now we can simply do for the remaining 7 data. All we have to do is to come to the first one we've calculated, click on that, and then click on it, and then you hold and drag it to the last one, There you are. And then you can see it automatically brings out the answer to other ones. Now let's find out the ones that were lost. Okay, so we have a loss here. We also have another loss here. Why is this a loss? Is because here we have 169,000. So you can see that changed. Now let's just imagine that we, as the business, they now reduce the number of sales that are regarded as profits, let's say to 100, and so they increase their number of sales to 100 to 200,000. Now all we simply do here is to come here and say, if you say that every sales above 200,000 is profit and every sales below 200,000 is loss, we simply come to the first calculation, edit that in the formula bar, and come here and say every sale above 200,000 is a profit if it is greater than that, or it's a loss if the value in cell address F4 is less than that. I'll click on tab and then see if this changes. Now the first value is still the same. This is because it is not up to 200,000. But then let's see how many other values we will get that would be lost in this case. Now you have calculated for the first one, click and hold on it and it changes into this. You drag it to the last part and let's see how many will change to loss. So we have more loss values. So the first one is a loss. This is because it's not up to 200. Also this value is not up to 200,000. So let's say these three values are not up to 200,000, and then this value also is not up to 200,000. Now this is how you can use the if command in this kind of situation. So if you have loads of work and you want to calculate them, maybe 150 data, you can just simply use the if command to bring them out, and then you can use them to your own satisfaction. You can use the if command in every other way you can think of, and it works for you as far as you understand this. I hope you understand the video. If you have questions, you can simply chat me up on WhatsApp +234 8173199025. I'll always be there to answer your question, to give you that remark which you need, and I hope you enjoyed this video. One advice I would like to give is that you should keep practicing and practicing on Excel, because it is not something you learn in one day or in one night. It is something you have to continue practicing and practicing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, my name is Aloyse Favor, popularly known as Super F. See you some other time. Bye bye for now.